これあれだよね。ノベルゲーだと思うから、手芸だと思うからコントローラーよりマウスとかの方が良いかもしれない。オプション、フォントサイズ中、文字送る速度、速い、フルスクリーン、日本語、イングリッシュ、オーディオ、マスターボリューム。こんなもんかな。よし。ゴーストワイヤー東京。東京じゃない、東京。Prelude, Prelude. じゃあ、Corrupted, Corrupted, Corrupted. Corrupted. Casefile. Okay. これが、いつできたのですか？ 2019、2020ぐらい？ちょっと早すぎるよ。時間が経つのか。もう3年4年経つわけ。調べてみよう。あ、よかった。意外と最近。意外と最近っていうのも変だけど。2022だ。2010。サイコブレイク2から年経ってる。そうだよね。それぐらい空いてた気はするよ。タイトル。それで行きましょう。よいしょ。よいしょ。で、例によって、マカは使えない。どうなってるんでしょうか。じゃあ、行きましょう。New game. Wrinkle. God damn it. Wrinkle. Baker. No one wants to talk about it, but it's all that's on anyone's mind these days. Mysterious things are happening all around Shibuya. Sightings, attacks, disappearances, fear. How is a kid supposed to be a kid in a time like this? But honestly, Yoda never really was like most kids. He's not usually glued to his phone all day. Never to shake the idea that monsters are all around him. Yoda navigates on his phone to a document called the Marunouchi Vanishing. The language is complicated, but he works to understand it. It says, I got a tip on a missing woman from Marunouchi. When you've been a detective as long as I have, you tend to build up a big network of contacts. The story my contact told me was that they saw the woman one day when the fog rolled in. It blanketed the area, and then poof, she was gone. Times like these make me wish a certain somebody was around. Come to think of it, the fog and these disappearances set the scene for when I first met the rest of my crew. Everybody kept talking about the folks just up and disappearing, and I thought it was a load of horse shit. I wasn't till I met them and until my encounter that I believed. Ever since then, I've been haunted by what I once called hallucinations. Turns out being able to see spirits and monsters isn't fantasy movie nonsense after all. Yes, I should be thankful, because otherwise I wouldn't have seen through that monster taking the form of the woman. She made a bunch of red orbs appear that chased me around, but I knew so long as I didn't let myself get surrounded, I'd be okay. She was a nightmare to look at, so I put her out of her misery. When I searched the scene, I spotted a woman's handbag, found the missing lady's ID cards in there. Then I came across some clothes that looked like they had been hers. They were in a little pile, but the way they had fallen made it clear her body had just vanished. No mistaking whose handiwork it was either. I'd finally managed to get my hands on a solid enough lead to walk with. KK. Wait, K? Diota's concerns bring him to a mysterious casefile posted online. It's titled The Hirigaoka Vanishing. He reads it to himself the best he can. Having tracked another report of dark fog to the area, I arrived to find it had passed, leaving dreary rain hanging over the neighborhood. At the scene, all we found were the clothes of a mother and a son, left behind like two molted cicada shells. It's hard to even imagine a parent and her child just gone, precious lives snapped out forever. My heart sank knowing that I had failed to protect them. It was the worst feeling I'd ever felt, uh, as if on cue, the rain started pouring down. Heavier and heavier it fell with each passing minute, but I couldn't be bothered to take out my umbrella. That when the obvious culprits returned to the scene of the crime, a group of monsters. They had umbrellas of their own, as if rain followed them for wherever they go. I was furious. I brought hell down onto them at that very moment. They tried to protect themselves with the umbrellas, but I just kept pounding on them until they were battered and broken. I was so exhausted I could have fallen over at any moment, but my utter wrath kept me going. As I picked up to leave, I still refused to open up my own umbrella. I just walked away, rain pouring and soaking me to the bone. AK. In these parts, the kid had found something, or rather someone called KK, has been looking into monsters in this part of town, I believe, just like Yoda. Social media would never lie, and that means KK is an expert, maybe the expert, in all things paranormal. There's only one thing left to do. Having pored over every story, post, and grainy photo about local monsters he could find, Yoda prepares to take action. I'm gonna ask this KK guy to help. Just gotta figure out where he lives first. 探す。探す。探すはないでしょ。この名前はもうちょっと考えてほしかった。探すはないよ。探すはないでしょ。Just gotta figure out where he lives first. Ghostwire. Contact. Jim is the investigator person. Jim is the investigator person. Hello, how are you? I am not good and I need your help. Monster's got my best friend Sosuke. Riko sits up in her chair. She's zeroed in on one of a dozen monitors from across a makeshift command center stuffed into this cramped Tokyo apartment. It happened near the manhole. Please help me get him back. It fires across the screens, seemingly to match charts and graphs, maps, and mathematical equations, even social media feeds and open case files. Somehow, through all of those screens and all of that clutter, Dora's message catches Winkle's eye. Sounds desperate, but it could just be some bored kid trolling us. Calm and confident, Winkle insists on balancing compassion with skepticism in her analytical approach. On the other hand, that manhole is within the vicinity of several recent incidents. Maybe he is involved. She knows what she thinks, but she also knows no one can protect Tokyo all by themselves. Trusting your teammates is the only way to keep everyone safe. What do you make of it, Edie? It squints and takes a single deep breath as he turns to the screen. He has something to say, but holds it back. Technology is easy, people are hard. Instead of speaking up, he places a small recorder on his desk. He presses play, and as the audio begins to roll, he turns and walks away. I've heard intriguing stories about so-called manhole girls in Japan. Uh, vengeful ghosts of bearded students said to trick other children into following them into the sewer, from where they never return. If any information turns up about such anomalies, I'd be keen to investigate. Though I speak purely out of personal interest, it might not be enough to make the rest of my team pursue it without further evidence. Okay, safe to say, since you somehow found the time to record something this specific about a single urban legend, that you want to look into it. It is already engrossed in other work. It doesn't respond. It certainly doesn't notice when Wrinkle rolls her eyes. It rarely does. Probably best we have no idea how you spend your free time, oh, Edie? Acor's been sitting next to Wrinkle this entire time, listening and waiting for the right time to chime in. The time is. Want me to check it out? I don't think so, Acor. Could be dangerous. What if something happened to you? Seriously? You still don't trust me to go out by myself for 5 minutes in the middle of the day? At just 16 years old, Rick might be right not to trust Erika on something dangerous. But Rinko knows that Erika has shown a maturity beyond her years. She gives Erika an almost sisterly look of skepticism. Wait. Skepticism.
Skepticism. Skepticism.
Skepticism. You know, it's not that. Rinko quickly turns back to her monitors and away from Eiko. But for all her maturity, Eiko can't quite keep from pointing. Stop making that face! Besides, we've got our very own private detective in the vicinity already. I have him take a look. Vicinity.
Vicinity.
Vicinity. Stop making that face. Besides, we've got our very own private detective in the vicinity already. I have him take a look. The store is brimming as a wide array of customers eat in relative silence. The only sound they make is the slurping of their noodles. There's one cute dog. Dog. The silence breaks when a phone begins to vibrate upon the countertop. The owner ignores it, choosing to focus on his meal instead. The phone doesn't care about his hunger and continues to vibrate. The phone wins. And so it should have shuddered. This is no way to enjoy noodles. God damn it. The silent dinner finally glances at the screen. He begins to mutter to himself. Another case? These people have me working harder than my enemies ever did. Can't even get 5 minutes to enjoy a nice quiet lunch. Let me guess, I've been risking life and limb. That's why you let it ring for so long? Too scared to pick up? Huh, you know, the exact day I stopped being scared of anything. Day you stopped being a longer, Luna. Lona. The day you stopped being a loner and hooked up with us so we could have your bag? Sure, that works. Besides, I'm not fool enough to pretend this team isn't okay. If you need backup, you know I'll be there. No questions asked. I actually already volunteered, but right now, there's nothing dangerous to be worried about. It's a simple checking on a report of some suspicious activity that might be connected to these phenomena we've been looking into. It's always the simple cases that go south the fastest. You know what? You're right. Maybe Erika should run point on this one. Sure, she's just a kid, but you're busy so. Or, hold up. Let's not sacrifice the rookie to make me look bad. I'm already out. Send me the info and I'll get on it. Both though, I need to talk to one of you about something. Hey, Wrinkle. Let me guess. Just I interrupted your precious solitary soba time, guy. これね、忘れた。発音ができない。うんざり、Orked. Not pissed. I was almost done. God forbid the report of vengeful spirit abducting children interrupt the same bowl of noodles you've had 1,000 times. Not much left in this world I love. When I think of something else, I'll tell you. You won't have a chance to add to that list if we don't figure this out. We both know how powerful the forces we're dealing with really are. We have to keep pulling these threads until we've unraveled the whole damn thing. No thread is too small. Guess I can't argue with that. I know I can rely on you. It might be the only thing I know for 13. And now, to prove how smart I am. Dumbass. It's the job I was born to do. Yoda doesn't notice the people passing him on the street. They don't notice him either. He is young, but he is very much alone. His focus is centered on the small bit of paper in his hands. After a couple folds, the paper finds a familiar configuration. With a head, arms, and a body, it takes shapes. A palm-sized person stands in his hand. As Yoda inspects his creation, someone who has been observing him from afar steps out of the shadows. What have you got there? Yoda looks up. He's nervous, but clutches the paper doll in his hand to stay brave. He's not running or hiding. Despite the gruff stranger staring at him. No need to be afraid. I'm not here to do anything bad to you or your little friend. But admit, I've been known to carry the odd paper doll with me on investigations. Strange habit, I know. But you get the benefits of our partner without the annoying small talk. Yoda's shoulders ease. He lets his guard down as he listens to the detective and re-examines the folded paper. The detective surprises himself with his playful tone. It's rusty, but he somehow still feels comfortable talking to this scared kid. Sometimes paper dolls are used for magical purposes. You're sorcerer by chance? Now's the time to tell me. So you really are him, huh? Gonna have to be more specific, kid. You are KK, the ghost hunter from the files. You must be. I just thought you'd be Chola. They say you solved strange mysteries, right? KK? Maybe. The detective looks closely at Rhoda's phone. He sees the social media post featuring photos of various case files he has worked on, collected in one place. Look, I only used those initials cause writing out my name is a pain, and I got to match pain already. Not your problem, right? Anyhow, that's me, KK. But I'm not a ghost hunter, I'm a detective. KK's demeanor hardens a bit, dropping the playfulness. What? Demeanor. Demeanor. KK's demeanor hardens. Hardens. Demeanor hardens a bit, dropping the playfulness. You wanted an investigator, kid. Well, you got one. I'm so glad you're going to look into the disappearances at the manholes. Here's the thing, I already did. Made some calls on the way here. There's no record of any recent disappearances. Still got a few friends on the force, so I can dig up dirt quick. It shoots Yoda a serious look. Not trying to pull a fast one on me or your kid. It's true, honest. My buddy Sosuke disappeared. He hasn't come home since yesterday. Last place I saw him was right back here. Yoda monitors to the alleyway behind him. He went down that way. I tried to follow, but I couldn't find him. He was completely gone. If Yoda is bluffing, he's an incredible liar. Sadness comes over him when he looks back toward the alley. He looks back and forth from the kid then to the alleyway behind him. All alleys are dark, but this one looks like it's never seen daylight. Is there any fog when that happened? The moment he disappeared? Now that you mention it, there has been something spooky around like a kind of fog or darkness, but it came and then went. Alright, he can mutter something to himself as he eyeballs the alleyway behind the builder. Nothing looks immediately out of place with so much going down in the city. Some kid getting lost doesn't exactly seem like front page news. Call the kid's bluff. Which. I need more to go on, kid. Why are you so convinced he has taken? Didn't happen to anyone else around here? But it did happen to my best friend. Sosuke's been missing for 2 full days. Everyone has been looking, but no one can find him. What about his parents? Have they filed a police report? I'm the only one who really cares about Sosuke. I know he needs me. And no one else is even looking for him anymore. Just me. He's lucky to have you. It's like when you saw crows circling above the building in one of the cases you investigated. You knew there was more to it than everyone else. Well, Mr. Kike, I know there's more to Sosuke's disappearance. I just need your help. Really did your homework. I'm impressed. You're more dedicated than most adults I know. You remind me of my friend Erika. She lost someone too, and she'll never stop fighting for them either. Kike takes another glance at the alley. Alright, show me exactly where this Sosuke pal of yours disappeared. Yoda parks up. So you're gonna look into it? I'm here, ain't I? Let me check in with my team. See if they figured anything out. It'll save us some time. Kike reaches for his phone. What's up? We're all here. I just need a quick word with one of you to follow up on what the kid has told me. Edgar, you're a natural when it comes to intuition. What does your gut tell you? I can feel something out there, for sure. Something that threatens good people. Something that he would embrace. The details aren't clear. I can only see the shadows of a vision. But that's not important. I know it's him. I know we need to act right now. Nothing else matters. We can't let another child disappear, another family get torn apart. You need to help him. Just steal time. You know, kid, you're stronger than you have any right to be. And you got the skills to prove it. If we don't look out for people like Yoda and Sosuke, who will? This is our mission. Yoda, it's time to find Sosuke. Nothing looks out of place, but things are really what they seem. He gets slowly but deliberately reaches his hands out. He is not holding onto anything, but you would think that his by way is moving, like he's got something invisible dangling from his fingertips. Bill has no clue what he's trying to do, but he watches closely. However, what happens next can only be seen by Kike's eyes. As Kike opens his fingers, A sparkling orb of energy drops from his hand down onto the ground. It ripples like water in a still pond, energy flowing outward into the world. What? A strange trail floats into view, as though a spirit had passed through this place. Psychic energy. The trail leads further on, deeper into the alley and out of view. Guess he went that way. Puzzled, Dora follows Kiki's line down the alley, but she's nothing out of the ordinary. What happened? I don't see anything. Trust me, kid. It's good you can't see it. This is a power you don't want. And you're too young for it. You take a risk like that and change your life forever. The world's a scary place. It keeps getting worse. We are gonna find your friend and get you back to your life. Kiki and Winkle are in big trouble this time. Running like rats desperate to stay alive with only a jingly old sofa between them and monsters. We'd better find another exit. Ringo turns to Kiki and sees him holding his head. He appears to be in great pain. Damn, it's happening again. Your body is reacting to the e- either. What? Ether.
Ether.
Ether. Okay. Your body is reacting to the ether. As Kiki, oh wow. As Kiki looks at the room, his vision begins to break in half. He tries to focus, but rather than reform, everything continues to split apart even further. Another hallucination, the world is breaking in two. That'll be. it's hard to read. That'll be crystallized ether, another form of matter. Sounds like your body has entered the final stages of affinity. Ah, from thin air, like phantoms, these horrific visitors appear, surrounding Kiki and Wrinkle. Damn, we are surrounded. Mr. Kiki, are you okay? Oh, sorry, kid. My mind can be a little hard to control. You just kinda stood there for a little while. Sometimes my memories may take me places. Hate to leave you alone again, but you need to wait here while I look for your pal. Sit tight. I won't be long. A report on Wrinkle's computer setup flashes on screen. It is monitoring software has a hold of something big. The results are clear. Spectral re- residue. 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 And it's exactly at Keke's location. What is it? What is it now? We just received an alert. There was a massive surge of spiritual energy at your location. Hold off on pursuing until we are able to send support. Can't wait forever for you guys. We might have a missing child on our hands. We got plenty of evidence. I know what I'm getting myself into. Remember, saving more lives is the only thing that matters. I can feel it. I feel it. Now, I don't need an affinity to know that life is circling the drain out there. Fighting back's all we got. Indeed. I'm looking up.
Affinity.
Affinity. I want to be there and help you myself, but I understand why you can't wait any longer. But just know you are my inspiration to keep going, like I did. I mean to. Agar, inspiration can get you killed if you are not careful. Passion is nothing without strategy. It's not fair to ask us for help when you think you need us. Then use our own words against us when you are too impatient to act as a team. We're in this together. Keke decided to address one team member specifically to make his case. Okay. Fair? What about anything that happened to us is fair? It's a job that no one asked us to do, but we all know we can't escape. You're damn right. It happened to us, not just you. I had to throw myself into the fire, even though I get burned. Not like hell, but it saved both our lives. I couldn't forget that day if I wanted to. There's no way of knowing what would have happened if you didn't. Just because you got hurt doesn't mean that was the only option. You are right that I didn't agree with you then, and I don't agree with you now either. But I also know that you are just doing what you feel you must. I hate that. I admire you for that sometimes. This team means everything to me. Wrinkle is all I've got, and I'm going to protect it. Trust me. I'm trying. Maybe make it easier next time. I talk to you later. I'm in the middle of investigating. He never was any good at following people's directions. That attitude of his is precisely what saved our hides on countless occasions. You don't think I realize that? Egg smiled, thinking about Keke's attitude. It doesn't bother her. Damn, they're everywhere. Keke's eyes darted between the two horrific figures and to some incredibly strange glowing crystals that hover nearby. As he tries to speak, Keke wheezes painfully. Rico, what would happen if someone tried to touch one of those ether crystals? Your guess is as good as mine. Might give you the power to fight back. Might just make you even more miserable, who can say. What about him? Did it grant him strength? Rico nods silently. After getting his answer, Keke, without hesitation, stretches his hand out toward the crystals. Wait, stop! Stopping not an option, not for any of us. You don't know what will happen. It could kill you, and those things won't. We're dead if we don't try something. We aren't out of options yet. You've thrown away everything to fight these monsters, same as me. There's not a good damn thing left to lose at this point. Before Rinko can say anything less, Keke reaches all the way out. Oh. Keke followed the trail of psychic energy deeper into the dark, severe alleyway, away from the glow of familiar street lights and vending machines. Adventure into the unseen brings him to a manhole cover where the spit residue brushes with an eerie intensity. Residue. Residue. Residue.
Residue.
Residue. It's difficult to pronounce. Residue flashes with an eerie intensity. This spot is clearly the origin point for whatever Sleet is at the center of this mystery. Did they take you this way, Sosuke? Keke looks around again, and finding nothing focuses his attention on this haunted manhole. The spectral vision shows Keke a lot more than he thought it might, revealing a glowing spectre hovering in this dark and dreary place, the spirit of a man in his 32nd. A Jibakurei. Jibakurei. A Jibakurei, according to Japanese lore, this type of spirit is trapped in a physical location. Okay, Spectre, what's keeping you tied down there? Brr. The Spectre seems unable to answer him. Instead, he mutters as if distracted or perhaps completely delicious. No, delirious. Delirious. Oh. Delirious. Either or, maybe both. Spectres, especially concerned with politeness or quality. Neither of us is going anywhere until I get some answers. I need to know. What are you doing here, specifically at this manhole cover? Why haunt this place? I thought it was a kid. Just a kid playing around. Just having fun, alone. I wanted to make sure he was safe. So just being neighborly, huh? Yes, no, not making friend, protecting. But he wasn't, it wasn't. It wasn't a kid though, was it? There was something else? Something lurking in these shadows? Did I die? Did I die? I think I died. But this isn't what I expected. Or was it? Monster? A monster? The spectre points downwards. Underneath, huh? Keke stares at the manhole as though if he just looks hard enough, he'll suddenly see what lurks in the darkness beneath his cover. He doesn't have to see the spectre not to know he is right. If always forget this word. Beneath. It went that way. Before, he can pull up the manhole cover and see for himself. A long shadow creeps in from the edge of the alleyway. Did you find anything? Snooping around is detective business. You jumped along back here. I thought I heard you talking to someone. Who is this youngster? Only I can hear you, so don't bother. Only you can hear me? Well, sure, nobody else is even here. This is turning into a damn clown show. Kid, I need you to stay here while I go down. It's not safe for you there. Not safe, monster. But how do you know I'll be safe up here? My team's one call away. They'll get here quick if you're in danger. Want to just saying something about being in the middle of an investigation and too busy to talk to anyone? Only you should mention that. I could actually use some help. I believe they call it client services. Who are you calling, mister? Are they nice like you? Or nicer? Client services? Sound more like babysitting to me. If only you would just wait for us to get there. We played the hand we're dealt, and juggling work and childcare has never been my strong suit. I need a little support. Ring size. Along? tired sigh of a frustrated person who knows that in the end, of course, they'll help. She'll always help him, just as he will always help her. And I have the perfect candidate in mind. Wait, I can handle this. It's just one nosy kid. Yoda, not gonna lie, you come down into this sewer, you might not came back up. I caught pretty good. So you either trust me or we part ways. I only take on clients who have faith in me. What it gonna be? You gonna let me go down there so while you wait safely up here? Or is this the end of our professional relationship? I guess I will wait. You guess? Okay, I'll wait. I promise, Mr. KK. Good move, kid. You're a lot less of a pain than some of my other clients. Now, to get down there and find your paw, Sosuke. Dirty water splashes under KK's feet as he makes his way through the still darkness of Sibia's sewers. The further he goes, the darker it gets, but not because of any change in light. Not this darkness is unnatural. In fact, it's not darkness at all, it's tangible. Dense fog made of spiritual energy fills the air, toxic for normal raised coasts, the ground and plugs the drains. Okay. But the air itself is rejecting him. This corruption flows between worlds and reaches around him, blocking Keke's way. How long has it been building up right below our feet? Is it like this everywhere? As Keke goes deeper, the Kegare only increases. There's definitely something here. If there's this much corruption swirling around, nothing I can't handle though. Alone in the darkness, Kege summons his power and hold X and trace the shape to clear the sewer of corruption. Okay? Cleanses the corruption, returning the sewer to its normal state. It's better, honest stink. With the Kegare now cleared. As if they were waiting for a moment of safety, someone appears. Sosuke, is that you? The small boy avoids Keke's look, turning his back and picking at something on the wet ground. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Hey, you! Kid, you okay? Can you hear me? Are you hiding from something? Take a bath, take a bath. Come on, kid. This isn't the time or the place. Answer me. I'm not trying to scare you, but you gotta walk with me here. In the vast darkness of the sphere, the sound of Keke's phone suddenly rings out. A tiny chime, echoing back and forth around the hollow space. The small boy in the raincoat doesn't seem to notice. He must be very preoccupied. I'm close. I found Sosuke, but I'm worried he won't. Muffled sounds. Jansufer, the signal to Keke's phone is barely holding on. He can only make out a few sounds and struggles to make out what words they might be forming. Muffled sounds. Hello? Is anybody there? Wrinkle, is that you? Edie? Echo? Who is this? Edie, can you hear me? Are you with Ryota? Can you ask him? Was Sosuke wearing a yellow raincoat? Scratchy connection makes it almost impossible to understand. Sosuke. It's about Sosuke? Not. Edie, I can't understand. Sosuke is not what? Not Sosuke. The call cut off. On going dead in Keke's hand. Damn. now screwing around Sosuke. Just like that, finally, as if called by his mother to come to dinner, the child responds. He stands up and turns to KK with his dead, evil eyes. You are not Sosuke, you are the monster. KK raises his hand and calls forth an energy that he discovered that day long ago. The day he found his back against the wall, reaching out and touching the ether crystal. Ever heard of ether ether weaving monster? Energy surges into Keke's hand, green light winding and glowing, charging around his fingertips. The increasingly bright light grows, illuminating the tunnel, and in that moment, standing in the center of the tunnel, we can see this monster, this raincoat visitor, just in time for it to press a child whistle to its mouth and what? At a stranger's fingertip lies KK, now prisoner. I need my subject to remain calm or else nothing will get done. Despite being captive, KK flashes the stranger a fierce glare. You son of a bitch. Hello, my new friend. I'm keen to see how useful your vessel turns out to be. The stranger takes something out and holds it in his hand. An amulet, though clearly not simply for decoration. It surges with power. It looks from the amulet and back to KK and smiles. And the monstrous little raincoat visitor blows his whistle. He steps back into the shadowy darkness. Running away? Huh? But he's not running away at all. In fact, he's only making space for too much leisure, for more horrifying visitors to show up and challenge KK. I've been waiting to run into you again. Let's go, you bastards! Damage a single visitor with a wind attack. Visitors perish after 2 hits. The umbrella visitors are frozen in place. Only one stunned chessman is left. A barrier appears in front of KK. One umbrella visitor is injured. The umbrella visitors awaken from the stun. You have no more stun chessmen. Okay. KK is safe, but the barrier is temporarily destroyed. It's over. You're down. The fight now over. The sewer is oddly calm again. KK sweeps the space, looking for any clues that may be left behind. Why would a pack of monsters manifest their evil here? But then he sees it, affixed to one wall of the tunnel, a wooden tag, sometimes called a kifuda. This must be what someone does thinks. Keke reaches out to take the kifuda down, but as his fingertips approach it, Tokyo Tower. Rinko. God damn it, Rinko. Echo. It feels a big, quick thump, thump through his body. Oh, when he looks down, he sees someone else's arm stabbing through his chest. It's horrifying. Dark smoke rushes out of his body. Looking back up, Eke sees a man wearing a Hanyu mask. You're. As Keke comes to, he realizes that he is in the tunnel once again. No still. He looks at his chest. It's totally fine. No gaping hole. Not even a scratch. Sweating, breathing heavy. His mind races. It was a horrible dream, maybe a vision. He grabs the keyfiller in his hand. I won't let him get away with this. So hard that it smashes into pieces. At that moment, Keke realizes he is not actually alone. Distracted by his fury, he had missed the approach of someone new. Who's there? Surprised, he spins to face this entity, but before he can raise his other hand. Oh! Ike emerges from the tunnel to find Dora waiting with the rest of the team. You fool! You run into a wall of Kegare and your instinct is to walk deeper into it when you know we're on our way to help. Listen, No, you listen. I'm not done yelling at your stupid ass for making me worry about you. Okay, but all of our instruments at HQ started going wild. We broke basically every traffic law in Tokyo twice to get here as quick as possible. And then we find an open sewer entrance, little Dora peering down into this dirty tunnel, clearly considering climbing down there despite our best efforts to cover for you and keep him busy. Sure, except so we take a look for ourselves. It's corruption in all directions. The whole place absolutely soaking in spirit residue. It's like they're amassing an army beneath our feet and you go sniffing around alone. It's not. Maybe let her finish. Worst of all, you arrive thinking but unscathed. What?
Unscathed. Unscathed. Unscathed.
Unscathed. But unscathed. But unscathed. Having been gone just long enough to have me convinced that you were really hurt down there, that I would never see you again. I, that I would never see you alive again. The problem with disappearing into a dangerous sewer all along is that the longer you are gone, after Rinko has asked you to be cautious, the more times she has to consider the things she'll shout at you when you return. The things we've been through together. When you are in danger, it's as if I can feel it deep down, but there's nothing I can do. But if you had died, the thought of being haunted by you, of all people, I almost climbed down there to kill you myself. I'm sorry, should've waited. Don't you dare be nice to me right now. I need to calm down. I value your friendship and support. I didn't hear that. Safely above ground. Reunited with his team, KK turned his attention to the original source of all this drama, his young client, Yora. You were never going to tell me, were you? Sosuke isn't your best friend, he's your dog. He's my dog and my best friend. KK steps back nervously as Sosuke tries to jump into his lap, tail wagging. Oh, calm down. He just wants to be pet. Jeez. Who'd have thought that such a tough as nails former detective would have such a strong phobia around dogs? Don't have to broadcast it, alright? Don't be scared. Sosuke loves everyone. Maybe he should draw the line at loving monsters and following them into the sewer. Doro hugs his dog and gets a face full of licks in response. He relaxes slightly, seeing how harmless this little dog is, but still keeps some distance. Thank you so much for bringing him home safely, Mr. KK. Mr. KK? What an adorable Alia. Itch. Alias. Okay. Mr. KK, what an adorable alias. When exactly did you start going by this new short nickname, KK? I suppose it has a fun ring to it. Not quite so formal as your full name, kid. Before we get too sidetracked, and the lead investigator on this one, you've got some paperwork to do, KK. Not sure what worse, fighting monsters or filling out all these damn forms. It's obvious that you prefer the fighting to paperwork. KK scribbles out a few quick lines, only Edie can read them. Hey kid, this is for you. Oh, is it a prize for helping you find that ghost? Almost. It's the bill. Yoda's face sinks as he's left holding the check. Lucky for you, today's work is pro bono, and that means free. Consider this your receipt. I'm feeling generous right now. Yoda looks closely at the paper in his hand. It says the case of the cursed manhole. Examination complete, KK. Leaning in over his shoulder, Wrinkle lets out an uncharacteristically loud burst of laughter. Oh, now I get it. You didn't choose the nickname, KK. Sloppy paperwork chose it for you. There's a lot in this life that we don't get to choose. Call me what you like. Not like I've got any use for a real name these days, and definitely not one of my old names. It doesn't matter what anyone calls me so long as I find that bastard. KK's gaze looks fierce, as though he's recalling a bitter past. Reflected in his eyes is Yoda, who looks pleased to have received KK's autograph. KK's expression softens up in response. That said, I guess KK's not so bad. Okay. Ghostwire Tokyo Prelude, crafted Casefile. Viewer is only one. Thank you. This Prelude is a very short game, but such many people worked. Incredible. Yay. Bye now. Bye now. It's over. Next, I will play Ghostwire Tokyo.